What we're doing at the vets today.
Hmm?
What we're doing at the vets today.
No chips. You want to put those down?
Yeah, he did it purposely. He always does things like that purposely.
What we're doing at the vets, Mum.
Jack has a growth in his ear, and we're going to see what can be done about it.
Okay, and what's Maggie doing here?
Well,
as well?
she's come for moral support.
She's come.
She's come to give him moral support. And the lovely thing is they think this is a day out. It's an outing.
Kid, give me the story. Tell me, kind of, is it the little thing that I see on the outside? Because he talked about a good bit of
No, on the inside.
it's further down the canal. Because he didn't want me to.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He didn't like
That's
that.
right.
He didn't want me to get down there too deep. But,
No, it's not. It's right there. Look.
oh, is this little red that I'm
Yeah.
looking at right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what everybody's seen up to this point.
Yes.
Nothing down in the canal itself.
It was so sore last
Sure.
week, and,
Yeah, he couldn't
and it
even
was
get to it, huh?
pussy
Yeah.
that he didn't even want to look in the ear.
Yeah.
And you can see his ears like kind of close. He had the hematoma that went down, and then
Because
this
he was
thing
shaking
came
his
up.
head so much on it. Did this is kind of the first time he's seen it as far as the ear business goes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he never
2
had
weeks
any
ago.
trouble with his ear.
He's
I mean,
13, is that it?
Yeah.
getting on. Well, he was rescued. All my dogs are rescued, and
Yeah.
he was rescued. So he's around getting on to 13.
Well,
Mine doesn't have birthdays anymore. He's 13 and a half, golden retriever Sam. He's back here under my desk. He makes every step I make. So I've decided he doesn't age anymore. That's it.
There we
He's
go.
13 and a
It's
half.
like I have so many animals, I don't count anymore. I have so
Well,
many
it's the same
rescued.
principle. It's the same principle. Eating, drinking,
Oh,
all that
nothing
stuff.
stops him
Decent.
eating.
We're okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
He eats like
Exercise,
a Labrador.
good.
Exercise. He loves his exercise
Okay.
every day. And
Okay, I can't see any head tilt. I don't see anything like that. Have y'all noticed that?
No,
no.
Okay, good,
No.
good.
he
Okay.
does whimper. He
Okay.
does
Yeah.
whimper because I
Yeah,
guess.
and he did that when I was kind of
Poking around,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves to go in the garden, and he loves to roll on his back. And sometimes if he hits that ear, he really does squeal.
Yeah, he's acting like a dog. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's
So we
big.
did. He's like, look, last week,
Sure.
well, 2 weeks ago when it was all pussy,
Sure,
he's
sure.
like, well, I'm hoping it's just an infection, but there may be a tumor there. And then he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think it's a tumor, and he said, come see you guys.
All right, look, medically, everything else is fine. He's eating, he's drinking,
Yes,
he's happy,
everything.
normal bowel movements, all the other,
Yes.
because I can't find a thing on his physical exam outside of just
Physically, he
seeing the ear.
feels strong.
He's
He's a
tender when
strong dog.
and if I take a scope and try to ease down the ear, there's a little bit of earwax, that I can see there. I can only get about so far before he says, "Hey, I don't want you to do that. That kind of he'd be a good boy." I know you are. I know you are. So, a couple of ways we can play this game. Did he have breakfast this morning?
No, Mum gave him just a little bit
Yeah, I
of
gave
surgery
him a
to
little-
get his
take his
painkiller down,
painkiller.
but no, they said don't feed him.
What we might do, and there's all I can see today, right now, is about a 3 millimeter red mass just to the inside of the middle of the fold of the ear on that right side. I'd love to get a scope down so we can look at the canal
Yes.
and look at the eardrum and see that all that's together. Many times, if they've got middle ear disease, they'll have a head tilt. If there's infection in there, and so yeah, he's balanced well. He's doing fine. I don't see any of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be the oncologist here as I say this. If when I go to really say, well, how do you figure it out? You do a CT on the head, but that may be overkill at this point. So what might be a nice little exercise is let's get a little bit of propofol and get him asleep, and then
Yes.
let me look at the ear and clean it really well.
Okay.
I can stick into the little red thing. Let's just see where there's mast cell tumors. If you've got as many dogs as you've heard this story before, because that's one of the most common skin tumors that we see in dogs is a mast cell tumor. And this one is so tiny. If we knew that it was a mast cell tumor, you got it that small, I typically say go cut it. get rid of it. And then we'll get a grade on it, which is the most important criteria for prognosis.
Yes.
His lymph nodes feel fine. You know, I don't feel anything down here at all. He's 13. Well, you know,
12 to 13, I'm not quite
he
sure.
could be like Sam. You know, we want to get 50. He's
So
So
good.
you'd be able to cut it out. You'd have to have a better look at it, probably.
What I'd like to do is just aspirate it first. I know this turns it into 2 procedures, but I can do that fairly quickly. I'll look at the slides. We'll turn them in. And here's why I want to be a little bit careful about me just cutting it out. If it is a mast cell tumor and we can have it cut out broadly, you're probably through. You know, I don't have to radiate it. I don't have to do any of that just jazz.
Okay.
And so we're a little bit better off, I think. Now, it may wind up being nothing but an inflammatory deal that needs more antibiotics.
Okay.
You know, and that means I don't need any surgery anyhow.
That
So,
would be good,
so
wouldn't it?
you know,
Yeah.
I'd like to see the rest of the canal. I can't feel any swelling or irritation or anything down here. He's really not very sensitive to it, other than when you're manipulating the actual ear itself. So, you know, you guys have been very good about getting here early, so I want to try to take advantage of that.
I just use a hot poultice on it,
Yeah.
not too hot,
Yeah.
to clean it out.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
you like that, Jack, don't you?
You like any attention.
there are a few cells in there. I don't think they're mast cells, which was what I was most worried about. And so I'm going to say we just send them out. I'll have that back tomorrow afternoon late,
Yes.
or what's today? Today's Tuesday. Isn't it? Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning. When I get that, I'll just call you,
Thank you.
and we'll just say, here's what we know.
Okay.
Thank you, and then take it from there.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
good news.
I don't know what it is. It just doesn't bother me much. So let's just
Good,
say,
thank you. It's
let's
not
just say-
serious then.
yeah, well, I'll probably be wrong. If I am,
Thank
we'll
you.
fix it.